Honorable Oduol.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for opportunity to contribute to this report. Mr. Speaker, on the onset, I would like to thank the committee, and indeed, Mr. Speaker, I appreciate that in this report, there is a very clear demonstration, Mr. Speaker, that leadership and responsibility is gender neutral. Mr. Speaker, I am extremely happy that I get an opportunity to speak on this a day after, Mr. Speaker, we looked at a gender and development policy that was being reviewed after 20 years. And Honorable Speaker, as honorable members, my very own Member of Parliament, Honorable Atandi, was getting a bit concerned, Mr. Speaker, by the manner of engagement. I want, as I support the appointment of Immaculate, Mr. Speaker, to indicate that indeed, as the report shows, her appointment is informed by competence. It is informed indeed by the way in which she is seen to be suitable based on criteria set out by the Public Appointment Act. And indeed, Mr. Speaker, the report clearly demonstrates that even when there were indications or questions that were raised, that she was able to respond. And so, Mr. Speaker, as I support this nominee, I do it with a lot of pride and gratitude that a lot of the issues that have eluded Kenya for years, the whole idea of why we need a gender policy and the distinction that the gender policy draws so that, Honorable Speaker, we do not, when we are dealing with a nominee, seek to find out whether she is Miss or Mrs. What we need to do, Honorable Speaker, is always to be aware that there might be times when her own qualifications or her ability might not be taken into account on account or because of her gender. And so, Honorable Speaker, I am supporting and indeed saying that the committee has done a great job, because we can see that looking at this appointment, we are focusing on the institution and we are ensuring that we present the institution with the individual whose abilities will indeed serve the purpose that we are looking for. Honorable Speaker, I would want to use this opportunity also to help us to remember, Honorable Speaker, that whenever we do have opportunity to deal with Kenyans as citizens, we remember that some will be female and some will be male, Honorable Speaker, and that we avoid the tendency to burden those who are female with guilt and shame, Honorable Speaker, and sometimes to make them look ridiculous, Honorable Speaker, because I must, Honorable Speaker, say that it is a bit unfortunate that we would, looking at somebody of this qualification in an assignment that is this honorable, that we would, Honorable Speaker, look to try and deal with issues that would then reduce the seriousness, not just of the candidate, but of the process. And so, Honorable Speaker, I want, as I congratulate the committee, to register that indeed we are looking forward to a situation where, as a data commissioner, we will look to addressing issues of online abuse, a lot of fraud, trafficking, and a lot of personal data, including, Honorable Speaker, instances where sometimes as members of this Honorable House, you get messages from people whose identity you really do not have an idea of. And so, Honorable Speaker, I want to say with this that I support the report and indeed congratulate Immaculate for enabling us, Honorable Speaker, to look at the competence, to look at fluency, and not to just focus on the position of a woman. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.